Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. Marc Márquez, one of the most decorated riders in MotoGP history, is looking ahead to 2025 with a fresh mindset following his highly anticipated promotion to the Ducati factory team. Despite being touted as the favorite for the upcoming season's championship, Márquez remains unfazed by the pressure, emphasizing that his primary goal has already been accomplished. With the 2025 MotoGP season just around the corner, speculation is heating up about the dynamic within the Ducati Lenovo garage. Jack Miller, now with Yamaha, shared his thoughts on the relationship between Marc Márquez and Pecco Bagnaia, predicting a fierce but professional rivalry between the two champions. Valentino Rossi's passion for racing knows no bounds. For years after retiring from MotoGP, the 9-time world champion has confirmed his return to the FIA World Endurance Championship, WEC, in 2025 with the BMW WRT team. With podium finishes in his debut GT season and unfinished business at Le Mans, Rossi is ready to take on new challenges behind the wheel. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Marc Márquez's journey to the Ducati factory team has been nothing short of dramatic. After parting ways with Honda in 2023, a move many thought impossible, the 8-time world champion set his sights on joining MotoGP's most dominant team. Ducati, having already clinched 3 consecutive riders' titles with Pecco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin, made the bold decision to reshuffle its roster, ultimately releasing Martin to bring Márquez into the fold for 2025. The Spaniard's switch was seen as a seismic shift in the sport, with Ducati betting heavily on Márquez to extend their dominance. While critics have questioned the wisdom of such a significant change in strategy, Márquez's immense talent and history of success have justified the gamble in the eyes of many. "I have already achieved what I wanted, to extend my career and become competitive again. If I win another title, it will be a bonus. But my main objective has already been achieved." Quote from Márquez. At 32 years old, Márquez enters his 17th season in MotoGP with 6 Premier Class titles under his belt, the most recent being in 2019. After enduring a difficult period of injuries and recovery, he now stands ready to prove himself on a Ducati, the bike he believes gives him the best chance to compete at the highest level once more. Márquez's decision to leave Honda was not an easy one. The partnership, which spanned over a decade, yielded 6 titles in the Premier Class and cemented both the rider and the manufacturer as icons in the sport. However, lingering injuries and an uncompetitive bike forced Márquez to reevaluate his career. Reflecting on his time with Honda, Márquez expressed gratitude but acknowledged the necessity of his departure. "With Honda, we achieved a lot, and I feel part of Honda. However, now I ride a Ducati, and in 2025, I will be an official Ducati rider. Of course, I will try to defend the colors of my brand. But Honda has been and will be a very important part of my career, or perhaps the most important." The transition to Ducati was also fraught with sacrifice. Márquez relinquished his final year with Honda and gave up key personal sponsorships to align with the Italian manufacturer. His determination to secure a seat with the factory team, as opposed to a satellite outfit, ultimately swayed Ducati leadership, including Claudio Domenicali and Gigi Dall'Igna. As Márquez prepares for his debut season with Ducati's factory team, he has adopted a more relaxed approach to his career goals. While many see him as the clear favorite for the 2025 title, Márquez remains focused on enjoying the journey and embracing the challenges ahead. "When I was at Honda, people would say, 'He wins thanks to Honda.' But there were other Hondas, and it wasn't just the bike. Now, with Ducati, I don't care about anything except riding the best bike. When I retire, I'll be at peace knowing I tried everything." Having battled through years of injury and recovery, Márquez's return to competitiveness is already a personal victory. The Spaniard, however, is no stranger to pressure and acknowledges the expectations that come with his move to Ducati. Of course, when you make a move like that, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and there may be negative comments if you don't achieve what you want. But I have already achieved what I wanted, to extend my career and become competitive again, Marquez concluded. Marc Márquez's arrival at the Ducati factory team marks the start of a new chapter for both the rider and the manufacturer. While the 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most highly anticipated in recent history, Marquez remains focused on his love for racing and his personal milestones. As the MotoGP world waits to see if Marquez can reclaim championship glory, one thing is clear: the Spaniard's legacy as one of the greatest riders of all time is already secure. Jack Miller, who has shared garages with both Marc Márquez, HRC, and Pecco Bagnaia, Pramac Racing, is uniquely positioned to comment on the high-profile partnership between the two. Speaking to Crash.net, Miller predicted a competitive yet respectful relationship between the duo, dismissing concerns about potential clashes. Miller acknowledged that Marquez and Bagnaia are already fierce competitors, referencing their heated battles throughout the 2024 season when they raced for different teams. "I think they will put a lot of pressure on each other. People say this, that, and the other thing, but at the end of the day, both guys are great professionals and will do a fantastic job no matter who their teammates are. You just have to look back at the last two battles those two have had. They've been very intense." Quote from Miller. The 2024 MotoGP season was defined by Ducati's dominance, with Pecco Bagnaia securing 11 race victories and his second rider's title. However, Marc Márquez, racing with Gresini, also proved his resilience, claiming 3 victories and consistently challenging Bagnaia on Sundays. Miller praised both riders for their exceptional talent and relentless competitiveness. Bagnaia's dominance, coupled with Jorge Martin's consistent performance, left little room for non-Ducati riders to shine. Maverick Vinales, riding for Aprilia, was the only non-Ducati rider to secure a victory in 2024, triumphing in Austin. Pecco hasn't left much for anyone else. But Marc is phenomenal on his day, and even when it's not his day, he pushes things to the absolute limit. Thank goodness Maverick got the win in Texas, because otherwise, it would have been a pretty boring statistic. While the focus is on Ducati's new star pairing, Jack Miller is preparing for his own challenges as he transitions to Yamaha for the upcoming seasons. The Australian rider faces the daunting task of competing against the dominant European manufacturers, with a team striving to return to the forefront of MotoGP. Miller's experience and adaptability will be crucial as Yamaha works to bridge the gap to Ducati and Aprilia. It's clear that Pecco, Jorge, and Marc are riding very well. At least having 2 different manufacturers makes things a bit more interesting, Miller concluded. As the Ducati Lenovo team gears up for the 2025 season, all eyes will be on the dynamic between Marc Márquez and Pecco Bagnaia. With both riders bringing unparalleled skill and determination, their partnership could redefine the balance of power in MotoGP. Meanwhile, Jack Miller's journey with Yamaha promises to add another layer of intrigue to what is shaping up to be a thrilling season. Since leaving MotoGP in 2021, Valentino Rossi has kept his competitive spirit alive in motorsport. His transition to 4 wheels saw him compete in the GT World Challenge Europe, where he quickly found success. In 2022, Rossi secured 2 podium finishes, second at Imola and third at Fuji, and achieved top 5 finishes in Qatar and Brazil. Despite a setback at the 24 Hours of Le Mans due to an accident, Rossi's determination to excel in endurance racing remains unwavering. Now, the BMW WRT team has confirmed that Rossi will return to the LMGT3 class of WEC for the 2025 season. Partnering with Ahmad Al-Harthi and Kelvin van der Linde, Rossi will once again pilot the iconic number 46 car. The doctor is back. Valentino Rossi will rejoin the LMGT3 lineup for WRT this year, taking the wheel of the number 46 once again. Who's looking forward to seeing him back in WEC? Quote from BMW WRT, social media. Rossi expressed his excitement about continuing with BMW and building on his debut season. He highlighted the 24 hours of Le Mans as the ultimate goal for 2025. I am very happy to continue my experience in the FIA WEC, as last year was a great debut season. We had some good races, including 2 podiums, and we want to try to get stronger and faster. Le Mans is, of course, the most important one. We were unlucky last year, but we will fight for the podium in 2025. Quote from Rossi. His new teammate, Kelvin van der Linde, shared his enthusiasm for joining the number 46 crew. Vale has become a full-fledged GT driver. Having worked with him in the past, I know his commitment and his data-focused way of working. The 3 of us can form a good team. We all have the experience of a first LMGT3 season in WEC, and we can put that experience together for great results, including Le Mans. Quote from van der Linde. Rossi's continued presence in motorsport underscores his legacy as a racing icon. While his focus has shifted from 2 wheels to 4, his competitive nature and fan appeal remain as strong as ever. His success in MotoGP, where he won 9 world championships, and his growing prowess in endurance racing highlight his adaptability and passion for the sport. With BMW WRT's support, Rossi is poised to challenge for podiums and perhaps a historic victory at Le Mans. Valentino Rossi's return to WEC marks another exciting chapter in his illustrious career. With his sights set on the podium at Le Mans, fans worldwide will be eager to see Il Dottore back in action in 2025. Stay tuned as the legend continues to chase greatness, this time on 4 wheels. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.